Hey guys, this is Adam Munds with RCHub Studio Productions, and we're back in the studio yet again for another episode of Mattox Designs, with honest reviews and unboxings. And well, I spent a ton of money on this series. My first truck I did was the Battalion, the Pro MT, the Deadbolt 2, the DBXLE, and now, as you can tell from the title, I got in a Losi Baja Rey here. Now this truck has been out for a little while. And I got the opportunity to get one, so I went ahead and did that. Huge shout out once again to Horzion Hobby. Those guys are phenomenal over there. Horzion RC Fest is actually coming up very quick on me. Of course, for you guys, it would have already passed a long time ago, but right now this is actually the Thursday before the event. Radio Spectrum DX2E. Nothing fancy, your standard 2-channel radio. It does AVC, you got dual trims, you got reversing, your AVC dual rate up there, plastic radio, 6.4 double A's, nothing that exciting. Honestly, it's a decent radio, nothing to brag about though. On Horzions in with that radio, I would like to see a computerized radio included for the price I am paying. But then again, it's not that expensive for a truck. But now, like the DBXLE, I know it's really hard on that, and well, I don't know what you guys thought about that, but we'll get to that when we get there. I'm sure you guys are going to be hating on me for that. Some parts here. This is for the Spectrum FPV mount. It is what it is. I'd rather see some like scale accessories for this thing included, or maybe like, I don't know, a fake light bulb included instead of this. I know this is them trying to sew you up on something. So be it. Marketing at the best. Go from Horzion. Little fuel cell cover here. Now this goes over the spare tire back there, so then you don't have to run it. Different pinion here and different inserts here for the servo saver. And a different screw. Your double A batteries. Nice that they included. Bind plug. These little suckers I lose all the time. Because you know my main radio is a Spectrum DX6R. So, manual, probably the most important part of this whole box besides for the truck itself. You really got to start looking at that. And read through the manual. Let's see what else here. Spectrum FPV stuff. Info on the receiver, stuff like that. Okay, first impression here of this truck. It's about short course size. It's a little bit longer. It's not too big though. I opted for the 10 scale over the Super Baja Rey because I don't really have practical use for the DBXL as it is, so I don't really need another big truck. This truck fit within the size parameters of what I was wanting to do with something. And after I do the review process of this truck, I'm going to fully upgrade this thing and do a project with it. And I'm thinking I'm going to do a Red Bull theme with it. So of course I'll need a different body, but speaking of body here. Okay, so what makes this truck so different from standard short push truck? Let's look here. It's a multi-piece body. The hood is one section, cab, and each fender is their own body pieces. Which is a very cool design. Unlike the axial skull even, with a whole body and then an interior put into it. An interior on a cage. This thing has so many different pieces. The cage actually goes throughout. It's kind of hard to look here, but you can kind of see it going throughout up here. Truck's got not that much weight to it, which is a little surprising. Back here got a lot of droop, which is amazing for a solid axle truck. Really, I don't know really too much about it. It's got 2.2, 3.0, it's got fake disc brake calibers up in the front. It's got a dynamite system, I think 150 amp or 120 amp. It's one of those two. 3800 6-pole motor, I think it is. Yeah, it's a decent truck. Suspension feels good. Plastic body shocks with aluminum caps, which is awesome that they do include aluminum caps on this thing. Aluminum chassis, which is where it kind of blows the competition away. Even with like the Traxxas UDR, that is still a plastic chassis. For that price you're paying, I'd like to see an aluminum chassis on that truck. But this thing here, yeah, it's pretty nice. Not gonna lie, pretty happy with it. Still in Solo, it's a Spectrum something. Or not though. I heard it's kind of slow and kind of weak, so I'm probably not going to be happy with it. As apparently I'm never happy with the Solo, as I've been told. Back in the back, it's got a solid axle back here. It's locked. In the front is open. Center is open. So this thing should still handle pretty good. Got a lot of droop in the back. Yeah, that's really about it. It's got an interior up here with joyful figures. This is the Baja King. So that's what Rey is in Spanish. I figured that one out. So yeah, decent looking truck. Kind of excited to get this thing out driving. It's got a sway bar. Yeah, I know my unboxing videos are kind of scattered all over the place because honestly, a lot of the time I just look through online and say, oh, add to cart, add to cart, add to cart, and I just do a mass order of some trucks. Yeah, I know they have the Rockway, the Baja Rey. The Rockway is offered in a kit. If this thing was offered in a kit, I would pick that up really, really quick. But yeah, this thing I'm not going to drive until this weekend. And I might get a video done of though. But yeah, until then, I'm just really impressed by that. Let's do some big drop. Oh, it kind of bottoms out a little on the front. But that's okay. Let's go ahead and look here. What else is new here? It's got fixed links here on the front, which is kind of expected with the truck, with the ready to run. It's kind of what happens. It's a pill ball, I think it is. Let me look here before I get this wrong. It's neither. It's an upper and lower arm on a pivot block. So, it's got that going for steering. It's got universals here on the front. Overall, I think they did what they needed to do. They did it strengthen the whole truck up. They just did what they needed to. Plastic wheel drive shaft. Let's look here. Everyone complains about the axial wired ball HDs. And honestly, I've never had an issue with it. Feel pretty good. Battery connector is part of the chassis, which I am working on figuring out a way to switch that over to my favorite connectors here, Mattox Creation 6.5mm boards. That's gonna go in though. And yeah, it's a decent truck for the price you're paying. And $449, I think it is retail. I don't know. It's not bad at all. Interior looks good. Everything looks good. Whoever designed this truck out in California at the Losi headquarters out there, they did an awesome job with it. I think it was Brian. If so, Brian did an awesome job with it. Kind of looks like a cross between the Twin Hammers and an SCTE. Which, speaking of the SCTE, I hope this thing lives up as well as my SCTE did, because I was a big fan of that truck. And well, honestly, I've only broke one thing on the truck, which is strip spoiler. Onto this truck though. So it's an aluminum chassis, and then there's this plate here, and it actually drops out. And ooh, there's a little bevel right here. I'm gonna have to see if that's not tight, or if that's the way it is, because there's a lip right here. It's kind of hard to see. So that's got me a little worried. I'm gonna try tightening that down though, seeing if that lip goes away. But in the meantime, four lower arms here. They look pretty stout. Front bumper, probably a weak spot. It's very, very stiff, which I know people are going to complain about it either way. So, cage is pretty flimsy, which is fine, because it's going to be taking some hard impacts with my driving. So that's fine. Don't really like how the antenna sticks up right here. I'm going to figure out a better way to do that, probably even before I drive it, to be honest. So, yeah, this is the Losi Baja Rey here. They've got the Super Baja Rey, which is a 1/7 or 1/6 scale truck. I think it's 1/6. I think the UDR is 7. So, it's a 1/6 scale sized up truck here. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about this. The Losi Baja Rey here, the 1/10 scale is here in the studio, and I'm ready to go beat the crap out of this truck and see how it does, how it handles, how it does everything. Remember, the categories for my review is handling, upgradability, portability, durability, and port support, I think is that one. And you should be getting a review next week, and in the meantime, you should be getting 3 running videos of this thing. Of course, one of them, since this is a go fast style truck at the skate park, Even though this thing isn't really made to go to the skate park, I am gonna take it to the skate park. Probably some motocross sites along the way too. So make sure you guys subscribe if you enjoyed it. Comment down below of what you guys think. And well, guys, until next time, this is Adam Munds with Losi Baja Studio Productions, signing off.